What's up guys, TompaBanana here. So I was planning to print a like a small city with a secret compartment, like a decoration thing. But my 3D printer, I don't know what it was today or tonight. At first the spool got tangled up and then it didn't print right, so I need to check the model again and see if there's something missing there or something I forgot or a mistake I made, and then just check it over all of it in nice peace and quiet. So today I thought I would show off some of the prints I made earlier that most of them haven't been painted, so it's easier to see sort of the quality. I hope. We'll see if my webcam will work with me. So I have Tina 2, the printer Tina 2 from Weedo, and it's a smaller printer and it can print around 10 centimeters in all directions. I think it's 9 and 11 and 10. I think it's 9 on one side, 11 on the other side, and 10 on the height. But don't quote me on that. But so it's a smaller printer, and I haven't owned a printer before that. That's my first 3D printer, so I'm a noob on that sense. And what I did was started with these two characters here. Come on, focus. Sort of the lucky cat there, and these come with the, for me at least, they come with the printer on the SD card, and I don't know if you can see, but hopefully you can see somewhat the details in it. And yeah, these I didn't need to do really any sort of shaping up or sorry, English. The only thing was that I had to sort of sand down the ears a little bit. It was just that I can't remember which ear, but it's when it prints, it obviously prints upwards, and it stops. I think it's this ear because it's higher, and it left sort of like a string here that you could just pull off, and then you just had some sandpaper and just sanded it down just a little bit. So basically no cleaning up on these characters here, and that's kind of nice. I was surprised by that, but I just had some, I think it's 200 grit or 400 grit sandpaper. I have both of them. I think I used 200 grit there, or 240, sorry, 240 grit. But just finer sandpaper, you can just sand that off. And then some other models I just downloaded is these. Sorry for not, I might remember to include the designer or the creator later on, but I have this, I think I have this in a separate video. So they made these articulated little bugs here. You can have them move around, and I made them, I think I made them a little bit bigger than the model is supposed to be, and you could also make them a lot smaller. I tried that with another one called a slug without the shell, and that one I could make like super tiny, incredibly tiny. And these also, most of the time I don't need to clean these up. I just take them out of the printer. I have always printed on a let's see, where are they? Sort of like if this is the now this is a little bit too big for this, but whatever. So if I print, I always let the printer make this kind of sheet underneath, because I think it's just super easy to just pull off, and I don't really care that there is some spill material, because I'm going to use that for some other projects I'm going to show you. I don't know how the result will be if you don't use one of these sort of print, I don't know, base plate I call it, but it's probably not called that, but you know what I mean. So I don't know the results if you don't use that setting, and I haven't played around with the setting of the nozzle, so I think it's still on 0.2 quality, factory settings. But I'm gonna show you. I think I needed to do some light. Yeah, right. Here I printed support, because I didn't know if the model would work otherwise. So here you can see if the support you really need to sand it down a lot. I didn't do that here, so you can't really feel it with the finger, but you can see that it's sort of hopefully you can see. I don't know. Come on, focus. Focus. Ah, never mind it. But hopefully you can see that it's kind of rough there on the belly. But the dog here is a model I just downloaded from Thingiverse. Also, these are also from Thingiverse. So these models I haven't made myself, but they are incredibly detailed. If my camera can focus, can I fix that some other way? If I hold it up really, does it focus then? No. Hang on, I'm gonna see if I can fix that. I'm new to OBS also, so properties, configure video. If I turn that off and just have it really close, then you could probably see that how the details look. You can see the nostrils there, and of course it makes kind of a shape there. On the head you can see that it's swirly prints there, but I'm still amazed that you can print these kind of things. It still amazes me. I only had the printer for like 2 months or something, maybe a little bit longer, and I think it works great. So yeah, this is a little bit simpler dog, but I think it looks kind of cool, like a polygon dog, and it's also from Thingiverse. So shout out to the designer there. So that's the models I haven't made myself. Then this is just a part of the models I made. The models I didn't sort of painted. So this is a lucky scraper. This one I had to sand down a little bit here, just because when you scratch the lottery ticket, you want it to not really actually scratch the lottery ticket, just scrape it, scrape the whatever it's called off, and not scratch up the whole lottery ticket. This is wood PLA, and that's a little bit, I feel a little bit more cleanup to do afterwards. This is just transparent, but you know what I mean, PLA, and this is less cleanup, I feel, than the wood PLA. I don't know if you're supposed to print wood PLA in or this wood PLA in a 3D printer. It says on the box it's for 3D pen, but I think that's because the PLA, I'm gonna call it strings, I don't know what it's called, you know, the material is only around 6 meters, because there's a lot of different colors. So and a usual like full size 1 kilogram spool is around, I think it's like 300 meters or something. So I think that's why they say it's for a 3D pen and not a 3D printer. But I haven't noticed any troubles with it, except the cleaning up part. And you can make some simple, like this is a shooter. You can just place the ball here and shoot it away. So this I had some trouble with. I was hoping it could stay there, but the rubber band finds itself jumping off. So I just took my 3D pen and just sort of sealed off so the rubber band can't jump off. But it actually works great. And this is 2 parts, so obviously this is 1 part, and I was printing them side by side. This is sort of the nails, shape nails thing you had when some maybe had as a toy when you were a kid, or not. It's a decoration thing, but I had it when I was younger, and you just place something in there and it sort of shapes after the finger, for example. And this I printed in let's see here, it was 3 different or a lot of but 3 main sections, so it wasn't printed in the spikes wasn't printed inside when I printed it. I just used some super glue to glue it together, but yeah, it works great. And sometimes I think it was just in the beginning, but 1 spike sort of got stuck, but then I just wiggle it loose, and then it worked. So yeah, one of the earlier models I tried to make with I only used I only used Tinkercad, so I haven't used any other sort of model creation program, design program, and I hadn't found the center tool there, so you can see that it's not center. So I had some trouble with that. I printed, I think, 3 funnels before I sort of got one working, and this is holding water, so it actually works. I'm not going to use it for anything food related or drink related, because it shouldn't. It sort of releases micro, what I heard at least, it releases some micro things from the plastic, or it can contaminate the plastic and have like things growing in the pores. I think is more the worry there. Don't quote me on that, please. And this is the model I made that, ignore this part, I obviously painted this, but this is just transparent PLA also, and it fits snugly inside, so that's one thing you can do. Like if you use Tinkercad and sort of make this shape first, and then just make that into a hole, so you cut out, but you keep this version separate, then you can make sure it fits snugly inside. So if you want to make something like a box or something, it's very easy to just do it like that, and it will have really tight measurements. Sorry, English is not my first language. So yeah, that's that, and then you have this, and it says God Jul it's Swedish for Merry Christmas. But the interesting thing with this is that you get sort of a 3D effect with the letters there. So just the experiment I did with that. I'm going to show you all the... Let's see if I can show you. So I'm saving all the plates, base plates I'm calling them. You can see I have a lot of them, so they're different shapes and sizes, and they are kind of rigid. So one thing I'm gonna make with these are like a gingerbread house. So I'm gonna paint them and just sort of use my 3D pen to glue them together like this. Obviously cutting them first, but so yeah, I don't think if you're like me and you don't really want to, if you're a beginner and you still want to use these underneath when you print, sort of where am I? Sort of like this. I would recommend not throwing this away, because if you're creative, like to make stuff, just not 3D print, you like to create stuff otherwise, this can be a lot of fun to just have cut to pieces and shape. So yeah, don't throw these away. I think you can make a lot of fun stuff with them, and it's different colors because I printed in different colors, all kind of weird shapes. One of the more insane examples of like I call it burrowing the things you need to clean up is this one. And this is a continuation of the impossible sphere inside a cube, which is basically... Do I have it? Hang on, I'm gonna go get it. So this is the impossible sphere inside a cube, and it's you make it usually in wood, so you drill down here, drill down there, etc., until you have sort of like this sphere thing, and then you grind it down. Here I didn't need to do that. Here I just in Tinkercad made a hole here, or first how did I do it? Oh right, I made like a so I drilled through here and all the way drilled, but you sort of made it hollow the whole way through, and then same on that side and same on this side, and then I put the sphere inside there and just had supports for the sphere so it wouldn't like rattle around when you try to print it inside. I tried it without, and on the smaller ones it's actually working because it doesn't need more support than the small piece you get here, or wherever the bottom is. But the bigger one I needed to just have, so I had I think two supports, and it worked great, and you could just sand it off when you were done printing. And then I just painted it with a combination of silver, copper and gold. So I think it looks kind of metally, and then just grinded it down a little bit so I could make this like little bit dirty shape, or a look, this little bit dirty look. For example, this and that. So yeah, that's the impossible sphere inside a cube. And this is the bigger version I made, and it sort of technically works, but not good, and it missing some pieces here. So this is extreme case of cleaning up, but usually you never get this much, because so it's mostly if you just print crazy stuff. And I printed the spear inside here also. I didn't put it in afterwards, but this doesn't really work, but it was a fun experiment. So, and the idea worked, but don't know why the 3D printer didn't print correctly here, because it printed all the other sides, but for some reason it didn't want to print this area here. Don't really know why. Maybe it's something with my model, I don't know. I need to check that more thoroughly, I think. And then let's see if I have anything more to show. Alright, let's see if I can find the links to the models here. So I made, or I didn't make, I just printed this, so it's not my model. But this is a model from Thingiverse also. And I made it, I think I made mine a little bit smaller because of my printer. So it didn't print perfectly okay. But it's supposed to, you can move the head like this, sort of, and I think you could whack the tail, but mine is stuck, and you could move. The legs on my dog didn't really work, but you can see some of them working like this. So you can make, if you're talented. I haven't reached that level yet, but some people on Thingiverse have these insane models like this. But you can make simple kind of decoration models. I made these, and if you want to make a weird looking maracas, you can make that. But I recommend when you start off, I recommend you just download some models from Thingiverse. They have a lot of models there, and it's basically all free, I think. Don't need to pay anything. And I usually, when I make a video about the only one model, I just put the link into the where you can download the model. I see if I can remember to do that for all of these models here. But yeah, I'm actually pleased with the printer. It's a cheap one, and it's a small print area, but for a beginner printer I feel like you can have a lot of fun with it without having to sell your kidneys. sort of like that. And but if I get some more money in the future, I probably want to have a printer that can print on a bigger print area, because there's some models I can't print, because if I shrink them down to the level that fits this printer, then the model would not really work. But I'm amazed with the details in the prints. I mean, I watched some videos maybe like 10 years ago or something, when it just started out, and then I thought that looked kind of cool, but then you could barely see what it was, sort of. And now you can make these awesome looking models. Hopefully I can reach this level eventually. Right now I'm just using Tinkercad, so making sort of simpler models right now. I can show you some of them, hopefully, if my computer will work with me. So this is This is Pac-Man. and yeah, he's kind of simple looking, but I don't know why the mouth isn't showing up. Whatever. And then I made a pool table. I have videos of these. Marble Maze 3 that didn't show up on the... can I just... maybe I can just click here. Come on. My computer isn't the fastest when I'm using both OBS and the internet. I'm using Firefox, I know. Shame on me. But yeah, this is the third sort of maze I made with a marble. And then this side, the first ones I just had the hole through, and then I just made it so it doesn't fall through, so it can't fall on the floor and you have to look for it, sort of. It's what you prefer. This is the Tompa TV, just a model of an old TV. And then Babamb. This is the model when it's not painted. It will sort of look like this. And this looks bad on the model, but when I printed, because it's kind of small, it doesn't really look that bad. It actually looks like it's supposed to look. This I had some trouble with, but if you make a support, I think it will work better. So you can see, probably can see, like, come on. You can see that I needed to fix that with a 3D pen I had, or have. I got a wow from someone there. Some models I just have for private now, not because I don't want to share them that way, just I feel like they aren't worth sharing. But I might change that later on. This is chain jump, and the chain didn't work, so I had to make another chain and print that out. And the teeth, can show you. The teeth here was a little bit too thin, and it was hard making the teeth connect all the way. Come on. But you can see the teeth there. I wanted them to sort of not be lined up because it's chain jump. He jumps chains, so his teeth shouldn't be perfectly correct, sort of. But yeah, I had to remake those with a 3D pen because they were too thin. But then, oh, sorry, my computer is lagging. This is some Christmas decoration, so this is the fence that I made in another video, and some houses, and this is just a test connection I did when when my shower, the water, what's it called, the whatever, yeah, the thing in the shower that controls hot and cold didn't work, so I had the idea to make a connection for my sink, so I could have like a, and it actually worked. I could screw on the adapter, but it wasn't holding tight, and then I just called them and they fix it, because I'm renting the place, so they fix that sort of stuff, so I don't have to do it myself. Then some simple just ammo, and this is the Merry Christmas one, but it's not showing up on the picture there. This is this one I haven't done anything with. I just wanted to have this version so I can just copy and paste it, and when I make another sign I don't really need to make all these cubes again, just saves time. This was the one I tried to print right now, so it has this secret compartment underneath, and it's just a small decoration thing, and it actually looks really cool in real life, because this one I tried to print, but see if I can find that one. I think I have it here somewhere. Bear with me. It's in the scrap pile, but yeah. right, how do I find my webcam now? I threw that away. How do I video capture device? Can I? No. Okay, can't show that right now because I sort of made my webcam go off screen. How do I fix that? No. Ah, never mind. I'll show you another video. Yeah, so that's the city I'm planning to print. And then hourglass, and this is the impossible sphere I was showing you earlier. And it's a maze, so the ball should travel through here. And you can see the sphere there, and it can travel through all the areas here and back to the beginning again, or that was the plan at least, and in theory it works. So yeah, and then this is the big one I showed you, and I made some smaller versions also. And this is Marble Maze 4. I haven't cleaned that up. I don't know if it will work. So we'll see. Some rings, shape puzzle, lenticular design. That was a hassle to make this one, and it didn't turn out perfectly, but good enough. Come on. Come on. My computer is slow today. Come on, work with me. There we go. So you can see that one side says let's, and then the other side, and I know the L there. I must have been tired. Sometimes I make these simple mistakes, but you see the L there is just super tiny. I don't know why. Must have used a small capital letter there, and then the 3D print, and this one actually works. And yeah, it's cool to have made the design all myself, and just not just downloaded it from like Thingiverse or something else. Actually made it from scratch. That's kind of cool, I think. The Lego robot. This thing, I think this will work, or could have worked if I just made. I'm gonna change the model up a little bit. I'm not gonna keep the face because it will not show up either way, and I'm gonna change the placement of all that stuff so it sort of prints better. I think that was the main issue, the placement of the individual parts. And then this is the chain jump one. Oh right, I'm going the wrong way. I'm gonna go to the first one. And this is sort of a present for my brother. I was planning, but I didn't have the time to print it before, so it's see if I will print it afterwards and give it to him. It's sort of a mug to hold the beer, so he doesn't have to hold the beer. The Christmas balls is the decoration for my little tree there. Ping pong balls, and it's this thing here that it's showing that it's half. That's not true. That's an older version that I just showed to see, let the audience know that it's hollow. And then the ping-pong racket, so I printed the balls separately from the racket, and just yeah, and these are two parts that I just sort of used my 3D pen to glue it in place, so to speak. And then this isn't done yet, so we'll see if it will get done. This is the toast I made with what's it called? 3D. It's a separate website where you make a STL file from pictures, and then I just used that STL file to put in Tinkercad and made this piece of toast. And the Marble Madness thing is here, and then yeah, some Jenga bricks. Creature inside. That's this is the nail-shaped toy thingy. This the maracas thing. And you can see that I printed the spikes separately and then just put them in and glue it together. This is the Russian toy where you have like big, smaller opening, but it didn't really print well. Didn't really fit together that good. Maybe it was because it was too tiny, I think so, or I made some kind of mistake. The TompaBanana stamp and some more decorations, Christmas decorations. I'm gonna make like a little village for 3D printed small sort of village, and all pieces is separate, so you can move them around and make it into another village if you want. So that's the plan at least, and this is also to that degree the sort of Swedish goat thing, and a snow cave and some snowman. This is the ball shooter I showed you earlier, and some a pumpkin head I made for Halloween, small, and this is some trees I make for the Christmas decoration, and then a toy crossbow. Didn't work that great, so I'm gonna make it so you can sort of have a trigger and some better system. But the cool thing with PLA is that it's flexible, so you could make this thing here and have it sort of shoot these projectiles. So that's kind of it's cool that it doesn't break when you bend it. I actually like that. So yeah. Anyway, more than a half an hour long video. So hopefully it's been somewhat interesting for the people that planning on buying a Tina 2 printer, trying to show at least some of the stuff, so you can know what you're getting yourself into. But anyway, that's the video for today. I don't think the next videos will be long. I will go back to the normal format, but yeah, for now this is the video you're getting. Sorry if you don't like it, and great if you like it. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Bye bye.